Okay, in this video we will explore prime factorization using factor trees. So this is the problem that we'll do together. It says express 40 as the product of prime factors. And we have to remember prime numbers are divisible by 1 and itself. And so it only has two factors. And I'll give an example. Like the factors to get 3, we think to ourselves, what two numbers multiply to give us 3? And there's only two numbers, 1 times 3. So this is an example of a prime number. And we want to express 40 as a product of a bunch of prime numbers. And I'll give you an example. What's a non-prime number? Let's say 6. So it's not a prime number because we could do 1 times 6. So it only has 2. But we could also do 2 times 3. So it has 4 factors. So that's why it's called a composite number. And in the last video, we kind of explored prime versus composite. And so let's begin with our factor tree. So on the top of the tree, we put the number 40 because we want to express 40 as the product of prime factors. Now at this point, we have a couple of options. You want to think what two numbers give you 40. And there's a bunch, but we just got to pick, two combinations. And you don't want to pick 1 because 1 and 40 is the same thing. So if you want, I guess you could pick 2 and 20. And 2 is a prime number because 2 times 1 gives you 2, and there's no other number that can give you 2 that are whole numbers. So at this point we can circle the number 2 because that's one of our prime factors. And now we need to break down the 20. We think to ourselves, what two numbers multiply to give you 20? We can continue with our 2 method. 2 times 10 gives you 20. Again, 2 is a prime number, so we can circle it. And I think maybe there's one more. What two numbers multiply to give you 10? Well, 2 times 5 gives you 10. And now let's think about 5. 1 times 5 is 5. And there's no other whole numbers. When we multiply, we get 5. So 5 is a prime number. So we're going to circle 2 and we're going to circle 5. And these are all of our prime factors. Now it's saying express 40 as the product of prime factors. So what we could say is 2 times 2 times 2. We have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3 times 5. And let's check. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. So it matched. And another way to write this, you could say 2 cubed. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 2's times 5. They're all equivalent because the question is asking for the product of prime factors. And all two methods are products. You could say 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Or you could say 2 cubed, which is the same as this piece, times 5. And here I have an answer all typed out. And you notice I did something different. I got 40. I thought to myself, what two numbers gives us 40? I picked 4 times 10. Then I thought, how can I get 4? 2 times 2. How can I get 10? 5 and 2. Same procedure, same method. It just at this point, you could have picked something different. You didn't have to do 2 and 20. You could have done 4 and 5. Sorry, you could have done 4 and 10 or 5 and 8. But that's pretty much it. You want to circle the numbers when they become prime.